Hey everyone, welcome to a new series called the Coral Island Mythbusters. In this series, I will be testing all kinds of different stuff in Coral Island and seeing if it's confirmed or busted. I am going to need your help to make this a continuous series. So in the comments below, please put down any myths that you want me to test and I will test them in a future video. And with that being said, let's start with our first myth. You can go back to Pokio once you arrive in Coral Island. You start the game on a boat on your way to Coral Island from your hometown of Pokio. You go through a beautiful cutscene on a sus chicken boat, and even though you may be homesick already, there doesn't seem to be a way to go back home. As you can see, I tried getting on the boat, I tried to buy tickets to go back, I even tried to go for a swim, and nothing ended up working for me, so we can call this myth busted. Running doesn't decrease stamina. You can see my character is in his running animation, and if you focus on the top left side, the stamina bar never ends up decreasing. This is a change that I'm happy that Coral Island implemented, so we can call this myth confirmed. Dashing doesn't decrease stamina. You'll see me dashing a bunch of times in a row. No matter how many times you dash, the stamina bar will never decrease in the top left corner. This is a great way to get around the map, so don't be afraid to use it. We can call this myth confirmed. You can swim above the ocean. In Coral Island, you are surrounded by water. You have a beautiful beach right at your doorstep. You can even go diving for hours. However, no matter how hard you try, and I tried, there is no way to swim above the water. At least for now. I think this would be a cool feature to add in the future, but for now we can call this myth busted. When you use all your stamina, then you wake up back in your bed. When you're chopping wood, mining, fishing, or even diving to save the coral life, your stamina will keep decreasing to 0. When you get around 10 stamina, then your screen starts to get gray. When you hit 0, you start getting really fatigued, and you can go down to -13 before you pass out. You end up in the hospital and are greeted by Charles and Yuri. They basically tell you what happened and then they send you a bill in the mail. You do spawn back the next day in your house with half the stamina, so technically you are in the hospital bed, but you do spawn in back at your house. So for the first time in this series, we're going to get a confirmed and busted. The tunnels in the mines are located only under the big rocks. The first time I went mining, I only went for the big rocks because I thought that's where the tunnels would be under. I wanted to test to see if small rocks could have tunnels under them. As you will see in this video, I do eventually find a tunnel under a small rock. I have a theory on how Coral Island designed when the tunnels show up, but maybe I'll save that for a future video. However, for now, we will call this myth busted. You can only kill slimes with a sword. Going into this myth, I was confident that you would be able to hurt the slimes with any of your tools. But to my surprise, you can only hurt the slimes with a sword, and you'll see me use all my tools. The scythe technically does do 1 damage to the slimes, but I don't see it as a viable way to kill the slimes because it does use up stamina, which is why I'm not counting that. There are also explosives in the game, but I didn't include those because I was just testing out the tools that you receive in the beginning of the game. For all those reasons, I'm going to call this myth confirmed. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Coral Island Mythbusters. As I stated before, I want to make this a continuous series, so please comment below any myths you want me to test, and I will test them in a future video. If you did enjoy this video, I would love to see all of you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the next episode of Coral Island Mythbusters.